The lake was too still. Not calm, still. Like something had pressed pause on the world. Even the insects kept their distance, their usual hum replaced by a heavy silence that sat thick in your ears, like pressure before a storm that never came. You cast your line anyway. It was supposed to be simple. One night, one rod, a cooler half filled with beer and the vague hope that quiet might fix something you couldn't quite name. The kind of quiet you told yourself you needed. The float barely rippled when it touched the water. You settled onto the old wooden dock, its boards warped and gray with age. The place hadn't changed since you were a kid. Same leaning posts. Same smell of damp wood and algae. Same lake. At least, that's what you thought. Time stretched. No breeze. No sound. Even your own breathing felt out of place, too loud for something that wasn't supposed to be disturbed. Then the float moved. Not a bite. Not a tug. It drifted. Slowly. Smoothly. Cutting across the surface in a straight line, like something beneath it wasn't feeding, but guiding it. You leaned forward, squinting. That's when you heard it. Hey! The sound slid into your ears, soft and wet, like it had to push through something thick to reach you. You froze. You dropped something. It didn't come from behind you. Didn't echo across the lake. It came from below. From the water just inches past the edge of the dock. Your breath caught. You stared at the surface, at your float, now closer than before. Too close. Come get it. You should have left. Packed up. Walked away. Told yourself it was the wind, or your imagination, or too many quiet hours alone with your thoughts. But the voice. It wasn't friendly. It wasn't threatening either. It was familiar. Like hearing your name in a crowd when no one you know is there. Like remembering something important and not being able to reach it. You stood, slow, careful, stepping closer to the edge. The wood creaked under your weight. The water shifted. Something pale hovered just beneath the surface. Not breaking through. Not quite forming. A face. Or the suggestion of one. Eyes too wide. Mouth stretched thin, as if it had learned how to smile by watching from the wrong side of a mirror. You remember me. Your stomach tightened. Your reflection should have been there. It wasn't. The surface held only that pale thing, its features sharpening as you stared. It tilted its head. A half second after you did. Your blood went cold. The thing smiled wider. You didn't. The fishing line jerked. Your rod rattled against the dock as the line went taut, not outward, not into the lake. Down. Straight down. As if something had taken it and wrapped it around a wrist that shouldn't exist. Pull me up, it whispered. Your hands moved before your mind did. You grabbed the rod. Started reeling. The line tightened further, humming under strain. The reel spun harder than it should, like you were pulling something heavy, something resisting, but not fighting. Just waiting. The face below rose slightly, closer now. Clearer. Its eyes locked onto yours. Recognition flickered there. Not curiosity. Not hunger. Recognition. You left me, it said, the words bubbling through the water. Your grip faltered. A memory pressed against the back of your mind. Summer. Heat. Laughter. 2 sets of footprints on the same dock. A second fishing rod. A voice lighter, younger, calling your name. You reeled faster. The line shuddered. The water bulged upward as if something below was about to break through. You said you'd come back, it whispered. Your chest tightened. Something about the tone, not accusing. Not angry. Just certain. Like it had been waiting. The surface began to ripple outward in slow, heavy circles. I waited. Your hands shook. You pulled harder. The rod bent. The thing beneath the water lifted its arm. Too long. Too thin. Its skin pale and stretched, barely containing whatever shape it had forced itself into. Pull me up. Don't. The voice came sharp and sudden, right behind your ear. You flinched, spinning around. Nothing. Only trees. Dark. Silent. watching. Your heart hammered as you turned back. The water was flat. The line slack. The float gone. Nothing beneath the surface. Nothing at all. Like it had never been there. You stood there, frozen, rod still in your hands. Then you dropped it. You didn't think. Didn't hesitate. You grabbed your bag, left the cooler, left the rod tangled on the dock, and walked. Fast at first, then faster, boots crunching against dirt and dead leaves as the trees swallowed you whole. You didn't look back. Not once. The silence followed you. Not the natural kind. The same heavy, pressing stillness. Like the lake had stretched itself into the woods, wrapping around you, sealing everything else out. You reached the tree lean's edge where your car sat waiting. Your hand fumbled for the door handle. That's when you heard it again. You forgot me. You froze. The voice didn't come from behind you. Didn't come from the lake. It came from inside your chest. Low. Close. Intimate. You looked down. Just for a second. Your hands were wet. Not damp. Dripping. Water ran down your fingers, pooling at your feet. Dark against the dry dirt. Your breath hitched. A faint reflection shimmered in the puddle forming below you. Not just yours. Another face lingered there, just beneath the surface of the water. Smiling. Half a second too late. I'm still here. Your chest tightened sharply. A sudden, crushing pressure, like something shifting inside you, turning, adjusting, finding its place. And then, stillness. Not outside. Inside. Like something had finally stopped waiting.